everybody from my Divine Warrior Intuitive community. If you're on, you're probably not. Uh, I'm doing a reading, a general reading for the July 4th through the 7th. So here in the United States, it is our celebration. So if not, you just learned something new. So we're going to do a general reading for the 4th through the 7th. I just did one for Leo, so if you're not a subscriber, subscribe, go to Divine Warrior Intuitive and watch that one. Or if you would like, go ahead and just place a comment below if you've ever watched this and let me know which sign you would like me to read for the weekend, all right? And I may just do that because I'm freeing up some time this weekend. All right, so let's get started. There is a lot of communication energy going on. I did do a general reading from the 1st through the 10th, and that has to do a lot with who's going to take the first step, pretty much, and how are they going to do that. So if you haven't seen that one, go ahead and read that. We've got some good planets moving around up there. A lot of energy from Mercury, Venus, some from Chiron. We're getting some sextiles, some retrograde starting again. So definitely want to really pay attention to that. All right. So for those of you brand new to my channel, I do pick one oracle that is divines, and then I go ahead and pick the current energies and then go into a spread. So because I am an empath, I do hear things, see things, and get downloads. I have had several downloads in the last couple of days. So a lot of it is around what you're communicating, though. Oh my gosh, can't make that up. This is for almost the same as Leo's for this weekend. So this is sacred reverence. This is the number 11, number 2, actually, in numerology, bringing things together, working in combination together, working in solution solving, I'm hearing. A sacred reference. Again, with the Leos, this is really interesting. There was a key element in there as well. And but this is a key, and also, so one of the things is we unlock our relationships. We actually teach our relationships where they're going to go by the way that we've lived our past. So for example, if you've been hurt a lot in the past, this heart is probably not going to be up there. It's probably going to be a little lower down below. But the thing is to build a relationship in love and light. And what we mean by that is if you can't say it out of love, if you can't do it out of love, then we just don't want to open that door again to somebody's heart. And because words, you know, the old saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. They do. They do, because we linger on those words. We just hang on those words. Okay. So that's why sacred reverence is how you handle any situation. Step back before you say anything. Step back before you do anything. And because it needs to come out of love and light. And the reason why, if Leo's watching, you just saw this. The goblins were, and you saw me shuffle. I can't make this stuff up. It's a number 5 energy. The goblins have to do with not able to see them, but you know that they're there, sort of kind of a thing. And that's what energy is. If you were to walk into a room and nobody's saying a word, you don't see anybody, but the energies are like, man, this is really heavy. What's going on in here? Because you could feel that. That's what the thing is. It's sort of like the wind. You know it's there, but you can't see it. And the reason why you know it's there is you see the effects of what's going on. So this is something that you really have to be mindful and consideration in how you are unlocking and what you're unlocking. Okay, if that makes sense to anyone. So definitely want to be mindful of that. Okay, the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Beautiful, beautiful. That is the ultimate, I think, card of everything, because it has the everything you want, from love to money to desires to dreams to hopes. Everything, everything, everything there. I don't know what's going on with this here. I want to look into what you're trying to unlock. Okay. Stable energy with the number 5. It could be just somebody lingering off watching you, like I was telling Leos. It's an energy that could be off watching you and you don't even know they're watching in a good manner, not a bad manner. Okay. All right. Are these upside down? No. Okay. All right. Boy, some of the similar energies. All right. So what we have for your current energy that is sort of in your recent past, like in the last month or two, for whoever this is, somebody's really afraid to move forward. It's sort of like they're almost retracting. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want to move forward with it. They're like, not going there. Don't want to deal. It's almost like a ghosting energy. If somebody's been ghosted, or they're like, okay, they're not answering my texts, they're not answering my phone calls, they're not answering this or there. Okay, so somebody's going to have to figure that out, especially if they're local or if something has happened. Sort of like what we do with elders, like some of my friends, we just like, okay, you text me in the morning, just say good morning. If I don't text back, then worry, kind of a thing, or have it checked out, or do a wellness check. So, so we do that with people. But this here is like an energy that was on purpose. So whether you pulled back or whether somebody else pulled back, I don't know what that is, but we'll find out here in a minute, because your first energy out is the 2 of Swords. And okay, thank you. Also next we have the Page of Wands. Okay. So that means that, to me, what that means is the 2 of Swords is an energy of, okay, I pulled back. I don't know what to do, don't know where to go. And I'm looking towards my future, but I don't want to deal with this person, whoever it is or whatever it is. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't want to go there anymore, because you've been holding back. Welcome, welcome. But you've been holding back. Okay. And so I don't know what that is. Whatever. I don't focus in on negative energies, low vibrational energies. But the thing is, this is a future energy that it's pulling back. So don't pull back. If you're pulling back out of fear, out of anxiety, then that is something that you want to really, really try to focus in on your intuition. Why am I doing that? Getting to the root of the problem, because a lot of times that's from our past, and our past holds so many people back. So it creates fear, it creates anxiety, it creates panic, it creates depression. These are all low vibrational frequencies that you don't want to deal with. Okay, it doesn't help you heal, it doesn't help you get into the forward movement of your purpose, your calling, your joy, and where you're supposed to be going. Okay, because my tarot, I do a lot of healing tarot, I do a lot of light work tarot, and it doesn't even have to be tarot, it's just light work. But at the center of your reading, you've got the 6 of Pentacles. What does that mean? Again, whatever you're going through, or whoever, there's a lot of learning to go on for somebody here, because this is sort of a give and take. Maybe this is why you've halted. Whoever that is, maybe this is why you halted. Maybe why you stopped talking to that person is because they were no longer on the same page where you're at. And that happens, guys, okay? Because it could be a give and take. It could be a monetarily give and take. Oh, I give, and I never get anything back. If you're expecting something back, then you're giving for the wrong reason, number 1. Number 2, it's some people are just more giving and some people are more taking. So you have to really be mindful in your future, because the Page of Wands is looking at this, of where you want to go and what friends do you want to keep. That's why we go through seasons. That's why nobody really stays in our life for a lifetime. It's not meant to. There might be 1 person or 2 people that do stick with you through your whole journey. That is your person that maybe have been in a past life, you've been related to, if you believe in past lives and that kind of a thing. But it's definitely about a journey and about learning. Okay, so this resonating with you, it's you. All right. I don't know who that's for. However, this is for your future. This is to help you. This is the number 6, number 3, number 2. This is about bringing things together in what you want. So this person isn't living their authentic self, and that's why they're drawing back. That's why they're living in fear. That's why they're ghosting people. That's why they're uncertain of life. All this low vibrational energy is sort of like cauldron, and it's boiling and boiling. That's sort of what's going on. It's just boiling, ain't going nowhere kind of a thing. But that's what's happening here. Okay. Because you also have the Page of Cups, and he's like, man, I'm really curious. I wonder what would happen. I don't know what would happen, but what is he doing? Look at the bottom. He's got one, and it's not just a little bit. He's got that foot planted, literally planted on that cape, and it ain't going nowhere. So if you're being held back, how can you go forward? Sort of living in the past. You can't go forward if you're still living in the past. You have to let go of something to gain something. You have to sacrifice something to get a reward. We have to sometimes sacrifice time. Sometimes we sacrifice money. Sometimes we sacrifice a bad relationship and get out of it to get a good relationship. But he's curious. He really wants to. He's like, what is that fish? What is it going to do? Where is it going to go? This is where my heart desires. Really would love to have that fish. However, he's just not quite there yet. It's sort of a new energy for somebody. And I love this challenge card. This is your challenge card. This is your fear. You're holding back. This is the Chariot. The Chariot is all about movement. But look at the Sphinx or the whatever they are there. They're not moving. They're laying down. So how can the Chariot move when it's laying down? How can the Chariot move if you are stepping on your cape? How can the Chariot move if you're holding yourself back? How can the Chariot move if you don't want to find out what's on the other side of the fence and open that door? Okay, very similar to Leo's energies. Beautiful, beautiful energies if you allow yourself to. All right, I heard the word selfish. I don't know who that is for. You're dealing with somebody selfish, or are you seeing yourself selfish? Somebody in the close to you, definitely. I can't tell. Is that a feminine energy or is it a masculine energy? 9 of Cups. Somebody, this is for somebody specific. Don't know who. And I commend you 100%. So somebody is about ready to finalize or go to or make the attempt to get rid of their addiction, whatever that is to you. Looks like more alcohol addiction, but that is opening. You're opening that door. You're ready to open it and go through it. It's a very unfamiliar territory. You're not quite sure what it's about. This is a beautiful, beautiful energy. I used to work in chemical dependency. My brother was addicted to alcohol, and unfortunately he was murdered at 26 to somebody who was on drugs. But this is beautiful, beautiful energy. It is the 9 of Cups. So that's telling me somebody has at least started the process and is maybe finishing a section of it or whatever. It also could be the process of learning something new for somebody. It's like getting your degree. You're almost there. You're almost at the end. You've got one step more to go and you're finished. What a beautiful, beautiful energy. That's a time to celebrate as well. Okay. Also, the 9 it's about something of celebration. It's about a finality. It's about almost there. But the thing is, it doesn't last. It's sort of like graduation. You celebrate, you're happy, you're joy filled, and then life moves on.